Hi, everyone. Big bottle, 1 liter bottle from Canada. Actually, it's from, well, it's at the duty free shop. I guess it's, I don't know who that gets credit for. I think they're, actually, now I don't know. Now that I think about it, I don't know what they have on the way back home. I don't know if they're liters or 750s. YOLO. Hello, Sean George. It sounded like the fishing was good today after we left. At least where they went. I seen Cole's post. So, yeah, they were up there with us this morning. We fished for a couple hours and left. It was not as good as yesterday. So, it is what it is. It was the two, probably, it was, what's up, Joe? It was definitely the worst salmon trip I've ever had. Although I've only been going, I think this is my 6th or 7th year. And it was probably, it probably, it was probably the worst Canada trip I ever had. Well, I'm not sure about that. If you want to count the trips that we took to the St. Lawrence River, they were probably a little worse, which may just be a reason, maybe a factor that I don't know how to fish in a river for bass. But I don't know. We didn't, those guys jump around all over the place. So that, like, certain areas of the river, fish move, and as they come up off the lake, some areas are better at certain times of day, certain whatever. And, we just sort of fish where we fish. Those guys jump around and they go to 10 different spots a day. If they can't find fish, they just keep going different spots, which is what you should probably do. But I don't, it's what the Canada trip was with my brother, my nephew, and 2 of our friends. Hey, Ryan. And then the salmon trip was with guys that I've known for, I know Kurt for 40 years. I think I met him, I met him the summer between 4th and 5th, when I was going to 5th grade. That's when I met him. So I don't even know how old you are when that is. Probably 11. So yeah, I've known him for over 40 years. I know Dean forever, Sean, Carl Pielmeyer. I used to work almost for him when I was at the service team for a little bit. And yeah, so it's one of those things. I said it's a shame that we live, 2 miles apart and we see each other for 4 days a year. But anyway, everybody asked me how it was. I said it was shitty, and I had a great time. So it's all what you make it. I tell people all the time, they say, I don't know if they believe me. I think they think I'm bullshitting. But I said, when I go on a fishing trip, on my list of things to do while I'm on a fishing trip, catching fish is at the bottom of the list. Like when I go salmon fishing, I like to catch salmon because I bring salmon home. When we go bass fishing, we throw them all back. So I don't really give a shit. Hello, Jen. Jen, I was up in your neighborhood today. I actually was on my way home. I just was driving and I hit car washes on the way home. So because I wanted to go through a car wash for my truck because it was disgusting. And I got off on it took me off of 81 somewhere, and then instead of going down the turnpike, it brought me, I don't know where, it brought me down, I don't even know what the road numbers were, but I came out on Cook and Baker Road behind this racetrack. I know you live somewhere around there in that vicinity, but yeah, that's where it took me. So I don't know how much it, what is this? I love this song. This is gonna for sure get us up on YouTube, and I don't care. We're not monetized on YouTube, so I don't give a shit. This is gonna be disgusting. This is gonna be gross. This drink, just so everyone knows. I did find some. I should. Yeah, I found I found what the hell kind of some kind of nut liqueur. I don't even know what it is. Actually, I have a macadamia. They actually have this one there. This macadamia nut thing. I think it's walnut liqueur. I'm like, walnut liqueur. I've never heard of that. So I didn't even open the box yet. I've got whatever. The guy I was there last. I go there every year. It's my favorite. It's probably one of my top 5 liquor stores that I've ever been to. They probably have more of what I have here right now than any other store I've ever been to. I'm pretty sure. So I love that store, and they're super helpful when I tell them, hey, here's what I do. I'm looking for different stuff. They're like, oh, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? And most of it I do, because some stuff is new to their store, but maybe they have it other places. So, but they're really cool. And the guy said to me, he goes, oh yeah, I remember you here last year. I said, I stop every single time. I said, I will never, as long as you're open. How the heck do you know what to get? Oh, I just, John, that's the problem. I go in these stores and they're like, can I help you? And I'm like, probably not. And they're like, well, what are you looking for? And I said, something I don't have. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, right, exactly. That's my point. Unless you know what I have at my house. A matter of fact, I stopped at a store in Parrish also. It's a tiny little store, but I bought some stuff there in a couple of years. Last year you couldn't find the Blackberry Crown, and they had it there. And the woman, I told her what we do, like I told her what I do, what we do, and she goes, well, that's awesome, like for the troops and stuff. And she goes, listen, she said the store policy right now is that we can only sell this to the locals. She goes, I'll sell you one. And when I went in there today, I said, I don't even know what I said to her, and she said I said, oh, I run this group, and she said, yeah, I remember you from last year. But like I said, then the other guy, the last time I was there, I was at that store, and they said, did you find everything you need or something? Or I don't even know how I said it, but I told them, I said, this is one of my favorite stores. I said, I stop here every time, and she's like, oh, well then we'll give you a discount. But this year I didn't say that. I said, I don't know what I said to the guy. And then he said he recognized, because I wear Team Spoonman everywhere I go. Like the Spoonman, so now I wear usually the newer stuff, but I had the Spoonman, I had my long sleeve t-shirt on, so it's got the Spoonman Saloon logo on it. And he's like, yeah, he goes, I remember you being here before. And I said, I told him, I said, I stop every time I go. When I go in July, the only way I don't stop is if, like sometimes in July, we leave super early. So if we leave at 5 o'clock in the morning, they're not open yet. But today I was like, I'm fishing long enough so they'll be open today, because I hadn't been there since last year. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know what I got. I bought a thing of Jack Daniels because it came with a free glass, because I need another effing glass. Actually, I saw one at the one store, and it just had a Jack Daniels logo. This one says Jack and Coke. I would have rather had the other one, but they didn't have it at the store I stopped at. And I got something else too. Oh, I got a bottle of Jack Honey because it came with the Jack Honey whiskey glasses. And I think I have 3 or 4 of those now, which is the YOLO. So we should have YOLO glasses for the YOLO. That was the point of that one. We got a couple of those now. But yeah, it was whatever. It's whatever. Like I said, they're not all going to be fantastic trips. It just, like I said, it could have been better. Sure, the fishing could have been way better, but I don't give a shit about the rest of it. When you get to the Y, road that connects Long Pond, Hogan Baker Road, you make a right on Long Pond, and on the second White House on the right. Oh shit, you're close then. Yeah, I came across that big open field and went left. I was actually trying to get home because Mima, she's like, what time are you going to be home? I have to leave for work at 3. And I'm like, I should be home by 2 or 2:30. No. There was a section of 81 that was closed down to 1 lane. That was from 6 lanes to 1, so that was a little bit of a slowdown. And then there was some fucking jackass. When it went from 3 to 2, he was going like 75 miles an hour while everybody was going 40 trying to merge. And he was trying to pass me, so I swerved out around him. I swerved out so he couldn't get around me. And then he started flipping me off, and then he was screaming at me, cursing at me out of his window. Like, his head was hanging out the window. He was screaming and cursing at me. I'm like, whatever, dude. And we just kept driving, and then he got in the right lane. I think he wanted to try to pull up next to me, and he got stuck in a slow lane, which I'm sure infuriated him even more. And I don't. That's stupid. Like, it's dangerous to come flying up in traffic like that. I mean, if you want to ride in that lane, go and pass everybody and be a jackass, go ahead. But don't do it at 30 miles an hour more than traffic's moving. That's how people get fucking killed. Jerk off. Alright, what is this called? This is going to be gross. Hello, Jerry Eckhart. Are you still on your cruise or are you home? Oh, I saw he was, God damn, my back's sore. I saw he posted a picture. He was on a cruise wearing this Team Spoonman gear, which is ecstatic for me. Oh. Yeah, I definitely. Well, I don't want to, I didn't want to start a wreck either, but, I hate when people do that. I mean, like I said, it's one thing when you see everybody merging and then you got to drive up and start knocking cones over to weasel your way in. That's one thing. But when you do it at a high, I mean, this dude was flying at a high rate of speed, and I just was like, no, you're not getting around me. Fuck off. Run into me if you want to. It was funny though, because he literally had his head was completely out of the car, and he was just cursing up a storm. I didn't react to him. I was like, whatever. All right, this is called Turf Cocktail. This is going to be absolutely disgusting, I think. It's dry vermouth, gin, bitters, and orange, and a splash of orange juice. So it's not even like a full mixer of orange juice. It smells like some sort of paint removal liquid. Anyway, Turf Cocktail is dry vermouth, gin, bitters, and orange juice. Oh, that's god awful. What is wrong with people? There's people out there that like that. There's somebody out there who would... Oh my god, that's nasty. There's 1,000% somebody out there who's like, oh my god, that's so good. Actually, Mimo's son Matt likes gin. Vermouth is bad too. God damn it. That's absolutely terrible. Anyway. I'm ready for normalcy. I'm ready for cold plunging. I'm ready to go back to my regular foods that I eat on an only regular basis. When I go away, it's whatever. I do whatever it is. However, where do you want to go to eat tonight? Whatever. We do whatever we do. I don't care. What's up, Taraj? I know people like gin. Y'all can have and vermouth. Not me. I don't like either of them. And I sure as hell don't like them mixed together. Whoops. Alright. Sent that one for a ride. Anyway. Yeah, the lives are weird. Last year I was outside. But our room was right in the corner of the hotel. There was a side entrance door. My truck was right outside. It was easy for me to go live from the parking lot, which was good. This time, I was live, but Kurt was in the room with me, and he doesn't participate in stuff, which is fine. I don't care. But I feel weird. That's like we talked to him, and I talked the whole time. Like I said, like the first day we drove, I met him at the fishing spot. There you go. So I met him at where we were fishing, and then we drove back to the hotel in our own vehicle. So then I called Mima when I'm driving. Well, then the rest of the days he rode with me. So I texted her. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be calling you on the ride because I'm riding with Kurt. And she's like, oh, you can't talk to me when... And I'm like, no, to me that's rude. If I'm there with if I'm with someone, and I'm not going to talk to someone else on the phone. I mean, that's rude to me. within, I said, listen, I said, if I'm with you and I get a phone call, I'd be like, hey, whatever, we're doing, I'm not going to not answer the phone, but I'll just be like, hey, I'm with Kurt. Can I call you back later or whatever? I'm not going to have a conversation with anyone on the phone while I'm driving with someone else. Because that's just awkward. It's just, I feel like it's rude. But anyway, so I feel the same way when I do the drink of the day. It's strange to do it. Like, I don't mind doing it when there's people here, because when there's people here, they want to be here. They choose to come for the drink of the day. So then it's all part of it. But if, whatever. I knew what you meant. You're good, Taraj. I do not like gin. I will say this, though. When Jay Greenspike passed, which was, gosh, 4 or 5 years ago? It was a long time ago. That was his favorite drink. I was talking to his daughter. I was actually at his funeral. And then, that was actually on Honest Travis. That was before even Team Spoon Man. And we did a tribute to him that night. We covered the whole backdrop of the bar hung a flag across the whole mirror. And then his favorite drink was gin and tonic. Tanqueray was his favorite gin. And I drank gin and tonics the whole night. I think I did a drink of the day. Or maybe that was... I know that was a drink of the day. It was only one alcohol. That was probably only one of... Probably less than 5 that we've ever done with one alcohol in it. And, we did it as a tribute to him that night. And I actually didn't mind it. I think it was gin and tonic and lime, maybe. I don't know. It wasn't horrible. But gin. Just, like, I don't like tequila drinks. I don't like tequila plain. I don't like tequila drinks. Meemaw could just drink tequila like it was water. She's broken. Hello, Joshua. Josh. Speaking of that, now that I think about it, hopefully we don't have any tequila drinks by the looks of things. Josh, I might have some work for you. I want to see if Josh can fix my boat. There's little scuff marks all over my boat. I don't know if he's ever... I don't know. It's gel coat. I don't know if that's... I don't know how you manage that. I also got some scratches on my truck. One of them... Something hit my truck. Something or someone hit my truck. Not this weekend. It was a while ago. But something ran into my truck. There's a couple of scratches on the back. One of them's to the paint. That he can't fix. But there's a couple that I think he could buff out. He's the guy. If someone can do it, Josh can do it. In my opinion. I'm going to put my faith in him. In Josh, we have faith. This is going to be disgusting, too. Callie, this is right up your alley. It's a creamy Kahlua drink. Holy shit, there's Meemaw. Meemaw, that profile picture with the sunglasses is... I don't know why it looks strange to me, but it does. Is she gone? She's at work. Yeah, it took me a long time to get unpacked. I'm not even cleaned up. I had to clean out the cold tank, refill it. I was trying to plunge today. I couldn't get it filled in time. My well runs out of water if I run it wide open for too long, so I ran out of time. But it's ready to go for tomorrow. I checked it. The temperature is 48 degrees. It was 60 degrees when I got home, which actually is not bad. Considering there was no ice put in for 10 days, that was pretty good. But it was just disgusting. There was all kinds of worms and dirt. And it was gross. It was just time to clean it out. I mean, I could have, if you run the pump for overnight, it would clean it all out. But the problem is, if you run the pump overnight, it heats the water up. And that defeats the purpose. Hello, Robin. Hello, Catherine. Why do I recognize Catherine? I don't know. Anyway. Discount, what was that place called? Discount Liquors. I actually have their card. I got a card from them. It's on my visor. I have on my visor. I have one of those. It straps your visor. It's a CD case. My truck doesn't have a CD player in it. I bought the truck I brought it home. I had all the shit out of my old truck in a box, and the first thing I did was strap that onto the sun visor, put all my other stuff in, Sirius satellite that I was using at the time, everything else. I got it loaded in the truck because we were going fishing that weekend, and we start driving, and I'm like, this thing doesn't even have a CD player in it. I had no idea. They didn't come with CD players anymore. So yeah. So the CD case full of CDs is still hanging on the visor. And mostly really what it is all the little pockets of CDs that have shit tucked into them. There's a turkey feather, I think there's a pen, there's a bunch of receipts, shipping receipts from every time I ship something off, if I happen to be in my truck when I drop it off, and the card for Discount Plaza Liquors or whatever the hell it's called. I don't even know, but that's the only way I can remember. It's right off the exit. Well, it's relatively right off the exit in Cortland, so it's probably 2 miles off the exit. But that was one of those times when I was driving home and I had tons of time, and I had home on the destination, and I kept hitting the arrow where you could add a stop, and I just kept putting liquor stores. And I stopped at like 4 different liquor stores in Cortland. That's the only one worth going back to. I stopped at a couple liquor stores. Hello, Michelle. Hello, B-Guy. I stopped at a couple liquor stores in Syracuse. None of those were worth going back to. Oh, I did find oh, wait a minute. I have that. I don't remember. I think I found a caramel. No. Caramel? Remember I bought that caramel liqueur at one time, and it was like hard? I couldn't even pour it out. Like it was so old it was bad. Was it caramel? Or was it something else? I don't remember. I bought something today. We'll see how it is. Hey, B-Guy, I did look in the garden because I was like, what the hell happened to the garden? Almost every tomato plant fell over. Like all the cages fell over because they all died. But there is still a bunch of jalapenos down there. So if you want some jalapenos and you're still home, let me know. Well, you can come down here and we'll pick them. A lot of them are red, though. They're still good when they're red. They're not as hot and they're sweeter. But I don't know if you want to put that in your honey because it's red. But there's a lot of green ones yet. Like pretty many. Because I think I planted 6, 7. I don't even know how many. I planted a bunch of jalapenos. I don't know if Meemaw picked any. She picked some tomatoes I saw. She probably made burgers for her. Well, yeah, she did. Portland is in the town by Delaware Water Gap. No, Cortland with a C, sorry. Cortland, New York. It's like, I don't know. It's 3 hours. It's like a 3 hour from here, probably. Or 2.5? I don't even know. 2.5, maybe. It's above Binghamton. I remember when I went to Syracuse. One time I was going snowmobiling. Phew, man. It's got to be 16, 17 years ago. Duck Dynasty was on TV, was like the biggest thing. And I was wearing a Duck Commander sweatshirt, or Duck Dynasty sweatshirt, or whatever. And we stopped we were on our way snowmobiling and it was raining. No, it's probably not you. It's probably just like whatever. But it was raining, and I'm not in a hurry because I don't care because it's raining. I'm not going to go out riding in the rain. Hopefully, the rain was supposed to stop. So I stopped at a liquor store, and I went in there, and I don't even know what I went to grab. This was way before any of this, so it wasn't like I was searching for anything. And the person behind the counter was like, "Oh, you like Duck Dynasty?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Did you ever try their wine?" And I'm like, "No." And they had it was a Duck Commander Pink Moscato, and it was very good. I don't know if they still make it. I don't know if Duck Dynasty they own the winery. I don't know if they still do or not. But Willie had bought a winery, and I don't know if they still have it. But it was super good. I think they had four different wines, but that was the only one that was like sweet. I only like sweet wine. I don't know how I got onto that, but because I stopped at a liquor store, yeah. So So I stop at liquor stores all over. I'm supposed to go to Virginia hunting in November, so we'll see what I find down there if I go. I mean, I think I'm going. My uncle lives there, so I texted him what days I wanted to go, and if that's good with him, then I'll be down. Because I hadn't been down to his house in forever, where any of them, since he moved to Virginia. Gosh, it might be, could be 30 years ago. And we went down twice. We went down to archery hunt and rifle hunt one year. I don't know if that was the first year or second year. Then I went down there a couple years in a row hunting. And then he moved to a different house. We went to that house one year. Then he moved to Massachusetts. And then he was in South Carolina. Then he was in another place in Virginia. I was in another place in Virginia. And I think he's going to be leaving this property. So he wants to ask us if we want to hunt down there before he gets out of there. Wow, this is really slippery. Anyway, we could do the drink of the day from Virginia in November. I don't know. I don't like being disrespectful, so if no one cares, I won't. Or just have videos. Like when I go away for deer season, I just make videos and post them because we don't have service at our camp. That's one problem. And I don't know. Hello, Cindy. Alright, this is called Suck My Chocolate Banana. Kahlua, banana liqueur, coconut rum, creme de cacao, and half. There's no chocolate in that. I guess creme de cacao is chocolate. Alright, Suck My Chocolate Banana. Kahlua, banana liqueur, coconut rum. Coconut rum's gonna be weird. Creme de cacao and half. That's weird. I can taste the chocolate a little. The banana is strangely almost unnoticeable. The coconut actually stands out more than the banana, which is, that's weird. Because bananas are, the banana liqueur is usually super strong. Like when I make pudding shots, I make banana pudding shots. But I mean, I use banana pudding also. And banana liqueur, and they're banana-y. I wonder if you can make banana cheesecake pudding shots. That would probably be pretty good. I haven't made pudding shots in a couple of years. Maybe I'll make some pudding shots for Spoonapalooza this year. It's been a long time since we did that. The only problem is I don't want to get people all disgustingly drunk unless they're staying over. The people that stay over could get all the drunk they want to. I did talk to Carl too. Carl has the little, where we dumped the ducks off, there's that little open grass area there. He said if we need to park there, we can park there. The problem is if somebody parks there, it's like, that's not an easy walk. He has a little patch there. It's like 4 acres. It butts against my property on my side of the street. And then he said about separating it and putting it to the property where the house is there. I'm like, hey, if you want to separate it, I didn't even think of this then. I just thought of it after the fact. But I just talked to him like, hey, if you want to get rid of that, I'll buy it. I mean, I don't know if I could afford to buy it, but I would love to buy it. Because then I would own all the way up to, I would own the whole part where we duck race. Then I would actually build a bridge across the creek somewhere in there. People could park there and they could walk to the house. That would be fun, actually. And then Jensen and I can make a way bigger 4-wheeler trail. That would be super fun. I might actually bring that up to him. I didn't think about it when he said it. I didn't even when he said that, it didn't even read it. I mean, it would probably be expensive though, because he would have to get it all. He'd have to get it like deeded or whatever, which would probably be really expensive. And obviously, why would he do it if he's not gonna, That would be cool though. I mean, it wouldn't add much. It would add no value to my property whatsoever. Like it's more useless land because it's out past my house. The pipeline cuts all the way across it. It just is. It's absolutely 100% useless to me. Except for it would still be cool to have it. Hello, Susan. Susan, I saw a message. Is your anniversary coming up, or is your brother's anniversary coming up? I don't know who. I don't. I think I may have misread something into something, but it's good to be home. I love fish. I do like fishing. I really do like fishing. But after being away for not 10, how many days it's been? I don't even know. 10 days or whatever. I'm ready to be home. Oh, your brother's okay. I guess my uncle's coming up for that. So he'll be here. I don't know if I'll be here though, because I think it's next weekend, and I ain't gonna be home. Yeah, it's better. I'm better doing drinks of the day at home. I mean, I like the road stuff. It's fun, but it's not. It's. I don't know. It doesn't feel. It feels disconjointed. I don't know how to end it. I can't keep it going. I'm not. Like, I can't be comfortable just somewhere strange being like, yeah, let's just be live for however long. First of all, the drinks are pre-made at the house, so it's not like we can just be like, all right, well, yeah, let's do another one. Sure, we got more shit here. Let's go. It's just different. But I try to, like I said, I tell people all the time, like, I don't even really enjoy drinking anymore. I wish it was over. I I actually, I wish I could find something else to do to put in the place of the drink of the day. I wish I could just stand here and bullshit and not do the drink of the day, but it seems strange. It would be very weird to do that. That's why I would have to like do something completely different. I don't know what to do. But I could quit drinking today. It just is whatever it is now. I don't know. I'm gonna make this drink because it's been here forever, and it's a creamy drink. I kept skipping. Vanilla and pistachio martini. So we're gonna throw that in there and get, because it's creamy. The ice is already a fucking mess. Excuse me. So let's do it. Oh, I almost dropped it. If I would have dropped this, it would have smashed on the floor, because the old one I had was sitting on the floor, and I accidentally kicked it, and it fell over like that. And when it hit the ground, the top of it blew off, and it went everywhere. It was, and I think I was live. I'm pretty sure we were live when it happened. And there was green pistachio liqueur all over the floor. It was everywhere back here. It was absolutely horrific. All right. This is called Vanilla and Pistachio Martini. So let's see how this goes. And now I wrote this. I literally found this because it said pistachio liqueur, and I'm like, I got it. What are the odds of somebody having pistachio liqueur? I don't know if Ricky's still on here. I saw Ricky was on here. I saw his post about he's like a year and, was it 9 months or 3 months or something? No, I think it was a year and 9 months sober. I don't even know how that's possible. Not that, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible that he can be sober. I'm saying, how can it be that long already? I feel like it was 6 months ago he quit doing shotgun videos because he was going to quit drinking. It's wild and awesome. Very happy and proud for you. It doesn't bother me even a little bit. I said people all the time, like, I said to Tyler, because I didn't see Tyler. Last time when I was up there, Hannah was sick, and I didn't get to see Tyler. This time we just were, she was at work, he was there, and this trip was, I don't know, this trip just didn't work like the others. The fishing was terrible, that's the problem. There's plenty of trips where we go up there, and I don't want to say we knock them dead, but, we catch 2 or 3. I mean, there was days that we both limited out by 10, 11 in the morning, And we had all day to do whatever we wanted. Just steer around or go look for new spots to fish, that sort of thing. But this year we literally got to the river. You could fish half hour before sunset to a half hour after half hour before sunrise to a half hour after sunset. And we'd get to the river we'd wake up at 5? Yeah, we'd wake up at 5. Oh, there's Piccadilly. Hello, Amy. We'd wake up at 5, get to the river at 6, because we were staying about a half hour away. Get to the river at 6. It's about a 20-minute walk into every fish. And then we're sitting there like, all right, we can fish in 5 minutes or whatever. And then would be time we start fishing and fish all day till dark. A couple days we left and got lunch. 2 days we left and got lunch. 2 days we literally just stayed there for 12 hours, 13 hours, whatever it was, to catch, like, Sunday I didn't catch a fish. I didn't land a fish. Actually, I didn't see a fish barely Sunday. I only got there in the afternoon, 1:30 or something. Monday, I got one Monday. I think I got one Tuesday. I got 2 yesterday. And 2 today. So, it was a terrible year. It was, like, so bad. But the fishing was bad. The trip was fantastic. It's all friends. Like, one night we actually went to the one guy's room and they were just Kelly, you probably know. Well, I don't know. Kelly, do you know Sean Quinn? Dean, you know Dean Salt. So it was Dean and Mike Salt, Sean Quinn, Carl Pielmeyer, Dean's son or Sean's son-in-law was there, but he wasn't there when we were in the room. And then Carl's brother-in-law Daryl and me and Curtis. And Sean Quinn was telling, oh yeah, oh Amy, we got a new one. Amy, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get the new stick. Well, it's not new. It's not super new, but it's kind of new. Hold on. This would be awesome. I'm coming. Hold on, Amy. Hold on. Look at this one, Amy. That's the one you need right there. We got all kinds of shit, but this is the latest one. Which, I mean, that was for... I think he made those before Spoonapalooza or right after Spoonapalooza. I don't remember. Those are expensive. That's the most expensive sticker we ever made. I don't know. They're not... They cost like... I don't even know. $2 or something. Alright. This is called Vanilla and Pistachio Martini. Vanilla vodka, pistachio liqueur, heavy cream, and simple syrup. I don't really know what pistachio tastes like. We used to have some sort of pudding with... Was there pistachio... Some kind of nuts in it pudding, maybe? I don't know. Vanilla pistachio martini. Hello, Lisa. Oh yeah, now I recognize that flavor. Yeah, it was pudding. Or was it pudding? Some kind of pudding. I got a walnut liqueur. You know how many times we made a drink called the Snickers that doesn't fucking at all taste like a Snickers to me? But I don't know how you make a Snickers drink. Because if you put the nuts and the peanut and whatever else is in Snickers, it's too much. It's too much. There's too much alcohol in it, and it doesn't. It just is alcohol. It does. You can't taste the flavors that good. I did buy another bottle of chocolate Crown only because they had it up there, and it just happened to be there, and I saw it, and I'm like, I know it's limited, and it's actually not bad. I was very worried because I can't say everybody because I don't know, but I guess yeah, okay. Well, I guess I can say everybody because everybody who said to me that they got the new chocolate Crown and tried it said they didn't like it. No one told me they liked it. Every single person that told me they tried it said they didn't like it. I found it and I bought it, and I was like, well, let's see how it is. And I think we tried it when Jenny and Scott were here, and I don't think it's bad. I mean, I don't like. I like to just drink it. I don't know. Wild Spirit. I was talking to the lady at the store that I was talking to. Because she asked me if I had it, and I said yes, I did. And I said there was a chocolate. I don't know if it's a whiskey or liqueur or whatever. I said, but it was 100 proof, and I said it was. I mean, this is 30 years ago, probably 30 years ago. I couldn't remember what it was called, but I just thought of it right now. It was called Wild Spirit, and there was a picture of a canoe on the bottle, and it said "Paddle your own canoe." It was 100 proof chocolate, whatever, chocolate liqueur or whiskey or whatever, and it was not good at all. It tasted like some sort of mixture between gasoline and paint thinner, and then you sort of get an aftertaste of like, oh, they're okay, chocolate, I got it. But it was not smooth, it was not good. It didn't taste like chocolate, it just finished chocolate. Like you did have I think it smelled like chocolate maybe. And so you probably, the way your olfactory is connected to your taste, it affects it a lot. People don't understand that. That's why they say if you like go to drink something, whatever, or eat something you don't like, if you pinch your nose, it doesn't taste as bad. For real, that's true because of the way your brain works. But yeah, it was called Wild Spirits. I just thought of that right now, and I remember there was a bar. I don't remember. It was on Route 113 when I would go down to these jobs, and there was a bar down there with. I remember they had a plaque in the window, and it said, Wild Spirit, paddle your own canoe. It was like a big signboard or something, and I wanted it. It closed at one point. The bar closed, and I'm like, man, I wish I would have just stopped there and asked them if I could have had that sign or something, because I just have memories of that. Anyway, I'm glad that I don't have any fucking idea what day it is. I mean, I got it now. But I was trying to figure it out, and I'm like, what fucking day is it? So, I do know it's Thursday. Meanwhile, working. So then I was thinking, I thought it was Friday because I came home. But then I was like, okay, well, I've been off, so now it's tomorrow Monday. So tomorrow's only Friday. So that's good. I don't know. It's good because Saturday archery season. So archery season in Pennsylvania opened 2 weeks ago, but not where we live. Where we live, it opens Saturday. Jensen's going to be here Saturday, so as I got here, I realized that what we need to do is get some M&Ms because we don't have any left. And the small M&M machine broke. So, that's awesome. Owls are awesome, Kelly. Yeah. Where was I? I was up there in Canada. When I was up in Canada, I walked out the morning. I woke up, and I walked out on the back deck. And this house that we rented, whatever, Airbnb or whatever, was like... It was probably... I should take more pictures. I don't take enough pictures. But the house was probably 100 to 150 feet off of the water. Like it was up. There was 100 something steps up to it. It was not a pleasant walk from the dock up. We were literally, like every single one of us, even Mason, we get to the top and we were like huffing and puffing. It was funny, actually. But yeah, the one morning I went out there and I was the first one up. I don't know if they were all sleeping, whatever, but I was the first one up. I was the only one out of bed, and I walked out on the deck and I just leaned over the rail, and it was still dark. The sun hadn't even come up yet, and I heard an owl, I heard the loons, and I heard the Canadian geese on the water, and I was like, man, you can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, regardless of the fishing, the whole thing, the colors in Canada were absolutely stunning. But like, they absolutely were in peak color up there when we were there. It was beautiful. And this lake is strange. It's strange the way it's laid, like, not the way it's laid out, like not like they built it, but the way it is, it's just channels of lakes, and they're connected by little cutoffs that go between back and forth. But when you're going through some of them, and they probably are 200 feet wide, and they just are mountains. It's like the islands are high. Like it's not like little low islands where you can see through them. They're like 50, 60, 70, 80 feet high islands, and then the trees are so the islands with the trees are 100 plus feet high, and you go through there, and they're full blazing color. And I said to Brent, I said, you just feel like you're driving through a tunnel, but you rip through these islands. I mean, you're like, you'd pull out and like come out from where we live, and you'd have to go down around the island and up to the finger of the lake, and then you'd go a mile up the river or up the lake, and then you'd cut through a little channel to another part of the lake. That actually was the one section that we kept going through was no wake zone, so that was a pain in the ass. But then you go through that, and then you get the other side, and then you could that finger was probably 3 or 4 miles long, end to end, and in 4 days you're not going to fish that lake. You're just not. You can't even fish. I said to him, I said, if you came to Canada and this was the lake you were going to fish, I said you'd have to come here for, like, if you went for a week, like we go in the summer for a week, I said you'd have to come here for 5 to 6 years before you could understand the lake. It's big. It's tons and tons. The weird thing is it's all the same. That's what I don't like about it. It was like it was nice because there wasn't like at Beverly there was just, or not at Beverly, at Newborough there was like hidden, well, Beverly also, there was hidden rocks everywhere. Like you could just be like, you could be going across the water, be 70 feet, and then all of a sudden it's 20 feet, and then there's a rock. And then it's 8 feet for 500 yards behind it. It was weird. But this lake was giant deep channels. They said there was lake trout in there, walleye in there. The only thing we caught was pike and bass. I don't even know. I did see some bluegills off the dock, super small ones, but like usually you catch I think Brent said he caught a crappie. Actually, yeah, we ate a crappie. Now that I think about it, he did bring some back. We ate some fish. We ate, I think he caught 2 crappie and then maybe 3 bass we ate. Everything else we threw back. Mason caught a hog. Mason caught a 6-pounder. He definitely won the trophy this year. That was a monster. Art caught a pike that was probably 30. I don't know if it's 3 feet long, but it's damn close. It was probably 30. Might have been 34, but it was big. Brent's like, how big was it? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have anything in my boat long enough to measure it. It was huge. It was fat. Like, really. I haven't seen a pike that big in a long time. The pike at Jimmy's at Newborough they're all like skinny. Like the biggest one I probably saw was 26 inches. This one was definitely over 30. It had to be close to 36 inches. I don't like catching pike. I don't care if I never catch a pike. I think they're ugly. They're stinky, and they have no redeeming quality whatsoever. I don't think they fight that good either. Everybody's like, oh, they're such a good fight. Yeah, maybe you catch a 40-incher. I don't know. They fight different. I don't think they can pull as hard as bass. I don't know, man. Probably because maybe they bite your line off most of the time. I lost 2 lures this trip, and a couple, I think twice, rubber worm got bit off. No doubt those were pike. Like, there's like, you're reeling, oh, fish, gone. It's just lines cut. I don't like them. They can fuck right off, in my opinion. All right. Well, I realized, I told me when I got home today, I realized we have we got like 10 buckets of chicken feed left, but yeah, they're not good. We got like 10 buckets of chicken feed left, but this weekend, obviously is this weekend. It's archery season. I really don't want to leave. Next weekend we're going to be in Potter. The following weekend, there's an event. I still haven't decided. I haven't even reached out. I haven't even asked Kelly. Ken said Kelly would help, but I didn't ask Kelly if she could help. But there's actually a 2-day event down at Slatington, or there's another event that we got invited to down at the back down at Triborough. But I don't know. Like the one in Slatington, like could you set up there? And then just be set up there. So you set up there Saturday, and then you're there till it closes, and you go home and come back. You just leave it set up till the next day. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I'd like to do 2 different events because you'd have 2 different crowds. You maybe have a better chance of selling some stuff. But then you deal with the possibility of weather. I don't know. And then you go to that event for one day. Who knows if that's good or bad? I don't know. I feel like a Saturday event would be better than a Sunday event because it's football season. Nobody wants to. I don't want to fucking work during. I mean, I don't want to be at an event during football season. I think last year we did a couple during games, and I just had my Sirius satellite and we listened to them or whatever. That's why I was talking to Kurt about that this weekend. And he's like, and I said something to him, and he's like, "What are you going to just do Team Superman forever?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't know." He's like, "Well, why would you do that?" And I'm like, "Well, because, you know what I mean? Because it's because I like doing it." And it's like I said, everybody's priorities are different. So it's like he's like, "Well, you got to take time away for yourself to do fishing or do whatever." And I'm like, "But I probably get more enjoyment out of doing Team Superman stuff than I do from fishing, to be quite honest with you. Because there's more of a... there's more of a personal satisfaction from... I get more personal satisfaction from doing things for other people than I do for doing things for myself. If that makes sense. That's me. I get it. Everybody's not like that. And that's fine. You do you. No problem. But for me, doing something for someone else gives me more personal satisfaction than doing something for myself. It just does. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it is what it is, so. I don't know what the future will hold. I don't know how long this will go. I don't know how long we can keep doing this. I don't know. I don't know. But as of now, it's my baby, and let's keep it going. Is this even open? It is open. Meanwhile, said she had to get stuff for her sister to make strawberry daiquiri. She made her strawberry daiquiri. She made her a half of one. All right, that's all I got. Tomorrow, I'll be here tomorrow. I gotta go to Merchtown in the morning and get chicken feed. And then Saturday starts archery season. It's gonna be tight Saturday. Jensen's the one that's gonna say hi to the people probably. Maybe do a little cheers. Saturday night. Friday night. Okay, so Friday night. Tomorrow night's probably not gonna be a long live because I'm going hunting Saturday morning. I'm not even sure what time it gets light, actually, now that I think about it. I surprisingly, yes, Ken. I actually, Ken, I honestly, that was my, I almost texted her today on my way home and said, is there any vodka left at the house? Because I was going to buy some. But there's the bottle on the bar is almost full, and there's a bottle in the rack. And I don't think I left any in there. So that means she probably bought at least 2 bottles. Unless unless I had some somewhere else and she just moved them around, but I don't know. That is a good question, though. Very good question, Ken. But yeah. I swear to you, Ken, as I was stopping at liquor stores today, I thought to myself, I wonder if I should ask her if there's vodka left at the house. Because the funny thing, what's up, Farva? The funny thing is every time people see me, and it's people I don't even know, that I don't, or not people that, I shouldn't say people that I don't know, but people that I didn't know were in the group or followed the group. And I'll just run into somebody somewhere, like fishing this weekend. They'll be like, what's the drink of the day today? And I'm like, I don't know. I said, I have them, I just kind of go down there and I kind of pick. I don't plan it other than, for Friday, I try to do red drinks, and I was going through it tonight. I did actually come down here tonight, and there's one called Angel's Tit, and I think it'll be pink if not red. It'll be at least pink, so that'll be for Friday. Because it's got cherry liqueur in it, and the cherry liqueur is actually red. So, and I found Dr. McGillicuddy's today. So this, for anybody that doesn't know, Dr. McGillicuddy's vanilla liqueur is one of the prime ingredients, or staple, or well, I don't know what the word is, but it's one of the ingredients in the Orange Julius. I bought a bottle of that a long time ago in PA at the liquor store. They don't carry it anymore. They have other flavors of McGillicuddy's, but not the vanilla, which I don't understand because they don't have anything else vanilla there to be the replacement for that. But anyway, when Heath and I created the Orange Julius, that was one of the ingredients, and so you can't find it. I might I might be able to order it from Pennsylvania because they do carry the other flavors, so they probably could order it. But it's not, to me, it's not worth the aggravation of that. So if I can find it, like if I see it somewhere, I buy it. So they had it at the that store, that tiny little store in Pulaski. I mean, it is a tiny little store. It's very small. The woman is super nice. She actually remembered me from last year for real, which is cool. And yeah, so we got so I bought two more bottles of that there. So, because I said, people come here, they either want to try the Orange Julius or the Grasshopper. Both of which I probably hardly even remember how to make when someone asks me, because we don't make them. Because I'm not going to make them for myself 100 times. So unless somebody comes out here and asks for them, that's when we repeat them. So maybe y'all should come out here and do the drink of the day with me and ask for those specific drinks so I can try to remember how to make them. Because we brought the Orange Julius back for March Madness this year, and I couldn't remember how to make it, and I fucked it up. Because I didn't practice, and I should. I should have made one just to... Because all these things start, and then you tweak them and tweak them and tweak them and tweak them. And then we had it at one point where it tasted exactly like the Orange Julius you got at the mall. Because as a matter of fact, when Travis was here, when we were still doing the dive bar stuff, and he came here and we made it, and he's like, he goes, it's not exactly right. And I'm like, I know it's not. And then I changed it again. I know, Ken, I know. I wonder if I look on the spreadsheet, if they're on there, like, as we evolved it. I know we did orange, we used orange juice concentrate, but the problem with this is it's so fucking concentrated. If you put too much in, it's too, that's what happened last year. It got screwed up because we put too much in there, and it was too much orange. Like, you really have to make it and like measure everything out and try it and then be like, yep, that's it, that's perfect. Rather than like I'm trying to do it for the thing, and I don't know how much orange juice concentrate to put in there, and I put too much in, and it didn't work. It was my fault. I mean, whatever. I don't, like I said. But then I feel like if I make it to try to practice it and perfect it, then is it cheating? It's weird. Yeah, I know, Ken. That would be cool. Somebody, I don't remember if it was. I don't know if it was actually somebody my stepdad knew, or my parents knew, my mom and stepdad knew, or if they just heard of the story and thought about it, where the people had a wall in their house, and every time somebody came there, they would write their name, like sign their name on the wall with a Sharpie or whatever, and then the people moved, or they did a renovation or something. I can't remember what it was, but they like actually took that section of wall and like removed it and replaced it or something. Or, I don't remember. I don't remember the exact details, but we got this. This was one of the first things that Mima ever made in her craft room right here. I think this was the first one. It had to be. Because Dive Bar started in 2020. So spring 2021, March 2021, we did the first tournament of drinks. March Madness winner, Grasshopper. And look, we had Nicole, she was here for it. Janae, Bootleg Phil, Rose isn't even in the group anymore. Mima, Mark, Hatsits, Heath. Heath is hardly in the group anymore, but he's on here. And Scotty Boy. that's not everybody that was here because I know there was other people that were here. I can't. It's fucking 4 years ago. It's hard for me to remember now. I'm trying to think. I can think of a couple people. I can't think of their names though. That I know were here during that March Madness tournament thing. Uh-oh, what did I miss? Natasha wouldn't be on it though. She keeps blowing us off. Oh, wow! I missed all that. Well, yeah, I don't know what goes. I don't know how the spy life works. All I know is the strangest thing to me is that there's times that we do these ridiculous. Hello, Craig. We do these ridiculous lives. Sometimes they go for like hours, and Natasha will be on at like 10 o'clock or whatever our time, and then I wake up in the morning and she commented on the Positive Vibe post at 4 o'clock in the morning our time, and I'm like, how does that window work? Like when? So I don't really know what she does. She might be a vampire. I thought she was a spy, but she might actually be a vampire. So I don't know. And Boris is completely. You think Natasha's been missing? Where's Boris been? I don't know. It's a rough life. It's something. Just for the record, Natasha, I don't know if you need to know this or not, but Spoonapalooza is on June 6th this year. Just saying. You do with that information whatever you need to do. Spoonapalooza 5 is on June 6th. And Spoonapalooza 6 will be on June 5th. Spoonapalooza 6 will actually be on the... Wait, so that would be 2025, 2026. So Spoonapalooza 6 will be on the 5th anniversary of Spoonapalooza. That doesn't make any sense. Is that right? That can't be. That has to be the 6th. Spoonapalooza 6 will be on the 5th anniversary. Yeah, that's right. Spoonapalooza 6 will be on the 5th anniversary. Well, there you go. So Spoonapalooza 5 is on the 6th. And Spoonapalooza 6 is on the 5th. So, you got 2 years to figure it out. Or 1 year. I'm saying you have 2 different years to try to make it work. In your little cryptic calendar that you run inside of your fucking kooky head. And I need some sleep, and I need some electrolytes, salt, and water. Lemon juice, cayenne pepper. I need all my fucking magic little potions to be back in my life. Because I've been off the rails for 10 days. Or 11, or however many days I've not been here. I don't know how many days it's been. I feel like it's been a month and a half. That's what it really feels like. And I'm not... I love it. I love going fishing. I love going hunting. I love all that stuff. But I after so long away from home, I'm like, nope, I'm ready to go back. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't know how people just go away for months at a time. I don't get it. I couldn't do it. I'm like, I missed the home base. I don't necessarily like to come home and... My poor dog's house is aging in giant steps. And starting to get to the realization that old Sas isn't going to be here forever. I was kind of hoping he would outlast me, but it's not looking good right now. He just is getting very slow, getting hard to get up. And it's hard to see. It's hard to see from my little buddy. I don't know. We'll see what happens with him, but I don't know. I wasn't going to take him to Canada this past year because I was like, well, he's really starting to slow down. I don't know, but then it's like, but he's been to Canada every year of his whole life. I'm already thinking about Canada next year, and we're not even. We got months and months and months to worry about that. But we'll see how he is. I don't know. We'll see what the vet says. He's got his annual appointment next month, so. Yeah, I know, Kelly. I know. The good thing is Meemaw said she went on Tuesday. I don't know when. Tuesday? Either Tuesday or Wednesday or something. She went to Jace's game, and Jensen asked where Papa was. So. Yeah. Yeah, Ken, it's hard. He can't hear worth a shit. And he just he stays out in the living room, which is really sad because I was like, there's dog beds out by the fireplace, but we never even go in there. He just sits out there by himself, and then I was like, well, maybe he sits on the fucking beds because he can get up. He can't get up on the floor, like his paws slip on the floor of the tile. He has a hard time getting up. So, Natasha, I don't listen. I tell people all the time, like everybody's got their own lives. Everybody's got their stuff that they do. I don't, I appreciate everything that everybody does every time everybody's here. But I don't think anything negative about anybody when they aren't here. It is what it is. Like I said, it was strange to me this last week, being up there and going live a couple times from the hotel in New York. Tons of people were popping up that I hadn't seen for a long time during lives, and that's cool to me when we see that stuff. I'm like, hey, like at least, hello, Lisa. So, yeah, I said, who was I just talking to? I was talking to Tyler actually. Actually, I was live, and Tyler popped on a live up there, and I told him, and I don't know if he did or not, but I told him, I said to listen to Luke Combs' Fathers and Sons album. Because he said one of the main reasons why he quit drinking was because he said he would have his son on the weekends. I don't know if he has him every weekend or I don't know what he does. I think he might have him every weekend. But he said his son wouldn't go fishing. He'd be like, well, we can't because I've been drinking. He said that was one of the main reasons. And I'm like, hey, that's, if that's the reason why you quit drinking to be a better dad, that's awesome. But yeah, he said they go fishing like every weekend. That's why I said, like, I hadn't been up there fishing for whatever. I said, listen, I still want to come up there fishing. I said, I don't care if we fucking go fishing off the shore or we do whatever. And I said, there's a lot of people that want to meet you. I said, like, I don't think it was this year. I think it was the year before he was going to come to Spoon. He was talking about trying to come to Spoonapalooza. And I said, there was just, like, so many people that wanted to meet him. And, I said to him, like, if there's something we can do, buddy, let me know, We'd love to get you down here. So bring your son along. Bring a tent. I said, you don't go to drink, you can come down here and hang out. It's a good day. But anyway, I said, I'd love to come up there. I still like to come up there fishing. And we'll see what happens. I said Ken would come. I said I could probably get Ken to come up there. He doesn't work on the weekends, I don't think. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying, Ken. I told him. He said they go fishing in a creek for walleye. I'm like, I never even... He said they catch walleye in a creek with an ultralight fishing pole. That would be fucking fun. I don't know how many you'd land, though. They're like little sharks. They have teeth like pike. I don't know how you would land, though. How would you... That sounds awesome to me. There's Michael. Hello, Michael. Michael is super fun to fish with. If anybody has a chance to go fishing with Michael Salt, you should go fishing with him. Because he's fucking fun. Or his brother. Not Chip, the other brother. Go with him and Dean fishing. You want to go out with the fun salts if you're going to go fishing. That's all I'm saying. Alright. That's all I got. I'm going to Amish country tomorrow to pick up chicken feed. And then I got to mentally and equipment-wise prepare myself for fishing. Exactly, Ken. Walleye is one of the best eating fish in the world. Also, perch. Perch are in the walleye family. So they're to me, to me, perch are as good of eating fish as there is, or any panfish, bluegills, crappie, whatever they are. Ken, I'm telling you right now, Lake Oneida is littered with walleye. Like, there's so many walleye in there, they raised the limit from 3 to 5. Now, they're not. I'm not saying there's not big walleye in there. I'm saying you're mostly going to catch small walleye, like 18, 15, 16, 17 inches. I think 15 is the limit for walleye. But there's a shit ton of walleye in that lake. Like, tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of fucking walleye. And we can go up there with the boat and fish for walleye on the lake and still hang out with Tyler, even if he doesn't like boats. I don't know. I know he's got some sort of boat phobia. Or we could fish from the boat. We could go to Tyler's house and fish from the shore. I don't care what we do. I'm just saying, we need to do that. We need to pick a date. That's why everybody says about fishing. I'm like, here's what you got to do. Somebody say, let's go fishing. Okay, where do you want to go? When do you want to go? Let's pick a date. We're going to put it on the calendar, because as soon as it's on the calendar, now it's locked in. Now we schedule my whole life scheduled around it. As soon as it's on the calendar, it's on. We're on. We can't change it. But the problem is everybody's like, yeah, we should go fishing. And then a year goes past and we're like, next year we're definitely going to go fishing. That's what happens every fucking year. So we have to pick a date, pick a location, pick a trip, lock it in, set it. Boom. And we'll get Joey to come and bring bacon. Joey would be fun as fuck to go fishing with. He's ridiculous. Not his birthday. His anniversary. Their anniversary just was. Oh yeah, I think I was away during that. I messaged them. So happy anniversary, Carolyn and Joey DeWalt. I am not joking to you, two of my most favorite people in the whole world. I never laugh so hard as when I'm with those two, and I wish we got to hang out more often. And that's a fact. Yeah, that's what happens always, Ken. That's what I'm saying. Because we talk about, yeah, we should go fishing. What we need to do is schedule fishing trips. And just say, here's the trip, here's the date, and then we lock it in. The only problem with Lake Oneida is, you can say, yeah, we're going to Oneida this weekend, and you go that weekend, and you're like, well, it's really nice up here, but we can't go out on the lake because there's a fucking ocean out there. Because it is ridiculous. The only good part about it is, there's some decent spots to fish on the the west end of the lake, and most winds are... How does a wind go? And a west wind comes from the west? Is that how it goes? So a west wind. So if Lake Oneida has, wait a minute. Yeah, a west. Wait a minute. Which way are most winds? Most winds are west winds or east winds? They got to be west winds. Does the description of the wind be from where it's coming from or where it's going? I think where it's coming from. I think. All I know is the end of the lake toward 81 where we drive up is usually the calmer end of the lake. And there is a couple spots where you can fit. It's not fucking calm, but it's calmer. If you go, if there's I guess it's a west wind. I think the wind direction is by where it comes from. So a west wind moves from west to east, I think. If that is the case, if there's a west wind on the night and it's a 5-mile-an-hour wind on the east end of the lake, there's going to be 3-foot waves. I'm not joking. It's like the fucking ocean. It's like 24 miles long and 3 miles wide in the middle. It's bizarrely... When you drive up 81, you look out 81 and you see an island out there, and you're like, oh, let's go fish by those islands. There's 2 islands. You can see them. I don't even know if you can tell that there's 2, but they're next to each other. I don't know if they're offset enough. I think from the bridge it looks like 1, but whatever it is, you're like, oh yeah, let's go fish the island. And I just said to Kurt on the way home today, I said, because he looked like we drove past it was light out, and I said, or no, it wasn't today, it was yesterday when we went down. I said, how far do you think that island is from the bridge? He's like, I don't know, probably a mile. I said, it's fucking 2.5 miles. He's like, no way. I said, I'm telling you, that's how far it is. It doesn't look that far just because of, put it this way, the lake is so long that you can't see the shore at the other end. What I mean is, it's the length of the lake is so long that when you look east from the bridge, the curvature of the earth makes it so you can't see the shoreline on the opposite end. So it just looks like the ocean. It's just this water. All you see is the water. You don't see anything beyond the water. I don't know what the distance is on the horizon where it rolls away, but it's that far. And the problem is generally winds are west winds. So it's like the ocean. It's 3, 4 foot, like at the far end of the lake, it's absolutely 1,000%, 3 and 4 foot rollers. Like it's ridiculous. It's like fishing on the ocean. That's the only problem with it. Because you just don't know. You could plan a trip all you want, and then you're like, well, we're fucked. Or if you go there and there's a thunderstorm, you can't go out in the lake. You're screwed. But if you can get out there, the walleye's fucking banging. But now listen, we could take the boat up there and never take the boat off the trailer. I don't give a shit about that either. All right. I got to go throw some more ice in my cold tank. So it's super cold because I got to get back into it. I need to normalize my life. I was not going to eat. I was actually going to go into a fast today, but I figured I had to do the drink of the day, so I can't skip that. And I figured probably if I start drinking on an empty stomach, I'll be not in a good way. I also ordered more electrolytes because I drank almost all those while I was up there. And yeah, so there you go. Anyway, Ken, there's still time for Live from the Lake. We can still get that in. The problem is now there's no open Sundays anymore. We could easily convince Izzy into Live from the Lake on Sundays because you can't hunt on Sundays, except for now you can hunt on Sundays. So now Sundays are also gone. It's going to be hot this weekend during the day. So I'm thinking Saturday and Sunday morning, if Papaw's lucky enough to procure himself a deer, then I don't care. If I can get one deer, if I get 2 deer during archery season, and then maybe get 1 or 2 in Virginia when I go, I'll be set. Even if I don't shoot anything during rifle season. Although in rifle season I got to hunt hard because because Jared's going, and so I want Jared to. What I really want is for Jared to be successful, and I want in hunting, and I want him to aspire to hunt more. I don't want him to be like some of the guys at camp are just like, we're at deer camp. We're here to drink and have fun and have a good time. And you should drink and have fun and have a good time. That's all part of it. But if, I also want to be successful. There's some sort of balance in the middle of all that. We might be able to get Jared. Jared said he told me, Mom, that he wants fishing stuff for Christmas. I'm like, so she's asking me. She's like, what should I get him? And I'm like, I don't even know what he wants to fish for. I'm like, how? I said, I would love to, whatever. I'm like, but he does. I wish he would come to me and say, hey, do you want to go fishing? I'll be like, fuck yeah, that would be awesome. But he's never asked me about going fishing. But he told me he wants fishing stuff because he said he could, because he lives by Beltsville. So he could, like the old road by Wild Creek or Wild whatever. There's a road that used to go, the road that used to cross Beltsville. So it went down by Wild Creek and it came out by the boat launch on the other Preacher's Camp. Well, he lives right off that road, so he could walk down that road, and it runs into the lake. Like it's literally the blacktop just stops right down there by the lake. There's a big rock there, and you can go fishing in there. So he's like, I could walk down there from my house and go take Jason, Jensen, and Matt and everybody and just go fishing off the shore. So that's what he's asking. I guess that's what he's asking about. And I'm like, I said to her, I'm like, depending on what he wants to fish for, there's like, you can't just say I want fishing stuff. I don't like. I mean, I understand he's not going to go deep sea fishing, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the window of things that could be for fishing is vast. Trust me, I'm trying to get Jace to get a passport so that I can take him to Canada with me next year, because I fish by myself every day when we go up in the summer. No, because Mimo doesn't go because of mosquitoes. So I'll take Jace, and it'll be just Jace and I on my boat. Really, Ken? I've never caught a perch. I've never caught a perch on Beltsville I don't think ever. To the best of my remembrance. I used to go down there. I used to park there and walk down to that rock all the time and fish. I don't really know that we've ever caught anything. Sunnies, bluegills. I still say panfish are the best eating fish there are. Just the problem is you got to catch 7,000 of them to make a meal out of it, unless they're big. That's why, Ken. That's why Oneida's good. Oneida has 12, 13, 14-inch perch on it. Listen, if I catch a 13-inch perch, I'm done fishing for whatever I came there to fish for. If I catch a 12 or 13-inch perch, that's what I'm fishing for the rest of the trip. I don't give a shit if the live well has 75 perch in it. That's it. That's all we're fishing for. I'm done fishing for anything else. In my opinion, perch is the best eating fish that there is. Except for the purple goldfish. I like the purple Swedish fish. They're good also. But you take a perch fillet, you fillet it out, you put it. Now I haven't tried this yet, but we boiled them in water and then dipped them in cocktail sauce. And everybody's like, "Oh yeah, it's poor man's lobster," whatever they call it. And I tried it, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, it tastes like cocktail sauce." But then I was talking to a guy who's a super on he was a foreman for three different builders. He started out with one builder he worked for, then that builder retired. He switched to another builder. He got us to do their doors for them. And then, I talked to him there. And then he got a job with the third builder that we already worked with. So 3 different builders in my 30 years down there at Overhead he's worked with. And he told me, you don't boil them in water, you boil them in Sprite. He said, so you take perch fillets, you boil them in Sprite till they turn white and they float to the top, that they're cooked. And then you just throw them on ice. And then you dip them in cocktail sauce. He said if you boil them in Sprite instead of water, they absorb some of the sugar from the Sprite and they taste more like crab meat because it's sweeter. So that I want to try. But you got to catch perch, and it's hard to find perch around here. So we got to go to Oneida and catch some perch. So there you go, Ken. Give me a weekend, buddy. Listen, I'll take a weekend off of archery hunting. I can archery hunt during the week. Although, according to my camera, I need to hunt in the morning because that's the only time they come anymore around here. But we'll see. Anyway, there you go. That's all I got for today. And I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's probably going to be short or quick or whatever. Because I don't know what time it is now. What time does it get light? It's got to get light around 7. It's got to get light around 7. So, I mean, I guess I don't have to go. I mean, if I go live at 7 o'clock, it'd be okay. The problem is I can't go live at 8 o'clock. Hello, Christopher. Well, that's why we went up to that. Now, you know what? I just talked to somebody. Where the hell did I talk to somebody? Fuck. I just talked to somebody, Ken, that fished at that Rose Valley. So the first time we ever did live from the lake, it was me, Izzy, and Joey, and we went to Rose Valley, whatever it's called, Rose Valley Lake, whatever it's called. It's a small impoundment lake up, and actually they said they're draining it, so we can't fish at Rose Valley because they're draining to replace the dam. So I said, but anyway, I said that it was a good perch fishing lake, and the guy said, yeah, he goes, it was a good perch fishing lake, but he said it was hit or miss. And I said, well, we didn't catch a fucking perch. But now he said they're draining the lake. He said there's no limit on the lake right now. He said, so you can go up there and catch whatever you want because they're draining the lake. And he goes, so you couldn't go up there with a boat. You had to just go up there and walk in there and try to fish off the shore. Because I guess they're draining it to fix the dam. And I said, well, I know when they drained Leaser Lake, they took all the fish and put them in Beltsville. Or most of the fish and put them in Beltsville. So that's why Beltsville fishing was so great for like 2 or 3 years. Because until everybody caught all those fish out, it was, it had twice the fish that it had before. But then he told me another lake up there, and I don't remember the name of it. Actually, it was somebody I talked to with salmon fishing. But I don't remember what it was. I guess I got to look on a map, see what other lakes are up there and go fishing at. We got to try something. Live from the Lakes I always had a good time doing it. And I even got I don't know what it's called. I got like a rubber band thing to go around my phone. So when I clip it, so like I wrap a rubber thing around the YOLO stick and then spring it onto my phone. So if my phone gets knocked out, it doesn't fall in the lake. And I did knock it out, and it caught on the thing. But I didn't take the phone out because I knew I had a safety mechanism set up. Also, here's another story, completely off topic, but Zach was with me. That's my buddy Art's son, and Zach said he had an Android phone. He was kayaking and he dropped it in the lake. And he said they went back the next day with goggles, snorkels, flippers, the whole thing. The next day. He said it was like 36 hours after he dropped it in the lake. They went back there, and he said he dove into the bottom, and he said he had somebody call the phone, and he said when they called the phone, the screen lit up, and he found it. He said it was under the water for over 30 hours, and it works fine. So Android phones are completely waterproof. Which is wild. But I said, well, mine was 25 feet deep, and I wasn't fucking swimming down there to get it. So I lost mine. I wasn't hiring a diver either. Also, if anybody's interested in Paint Your Glass Off, the event is November 2nd. Is that right? Does that sound right? I don't fucking remember. I have to look that up. I have to write that down. I have a list of people that were signed up, but I don't have a date on it. I gotta write that down and comment on that and get that back. I gotta get that up in the zeitgeist of people now, because we gotta start signing people up for that. We want to sell this fucking thing out and raise some money for the Tales of Valor. All right, that's all I got for tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Never apologize for being patriotic. Fuck Bruce Springsteen. Wild Creek Beef Farm. Support the troops. That's all I got. Anybody else? Anything? Bueller? Anyone? All right, I'll be back tomorrow night. Love y'all, mean it. And then it's archery season. Maybe Papa will get lucky again this year and procure some venison for his family and friends. We'll get some venison jalapeno cheese sticks made. Peace.